Have you ever wondered how an entire mountain can be transformed into the polished surfaces we see in palaces, museums, and skyscrapers around the world? Marble, a symbol of elegance and permanence, is not born ready to shine. For millions of years it remained hidden beneath tons of rock, subjected to extreme pressures and heat capable of changing its internal structure. But extracting it without destroying it is a monumental challenge. Today we will enter the interior of one of the most impressive industrial processes on the planet, the manufacturing of marble. Before becoming synonymous with exclusivity, marble was shells, sediments, and pressure. It all begins more than 150 million years ago, when the current Pale Mountains were in fact the floor of an ancient ocean teeming with marine life. For millions of years, remains of shells, skeletons, and sediments rich in calcium carbonate accumulated layer upon layer. However, time alone is not enough. The pressure exerted by the Earth's crust and the heat coming from the planet's interior triggered a process known as metamorphism. It is this phenomenon that transforms common limestone into marble. The result is a compact, resistant rock capable of being polished to achieve an almost reflective shine, strong enough to last for centuries without degrading. Not all marble is the same. Its quality depends directly on the purity of the original limestone. The purest white marble, such as that of Carrara, is the most valued, although there are green, black, red varieties, or those with golden veins, determined by the minerals present during its formation. For this reason, certain regions of the world have become strategic centers of the marble industry. Italy, Greece, India, Turkey, and Iran host some of the most important deposits on the planet. Carrara, in particular, has been exploited since the time of the Roman Empire. From there came the marble chosen by Michelangelo to sculpt the David, thanks to its fineness, strength, and minimal presence of imperfections. This millenary origin not only provides geological value, but also cultural value. Each block of marble contains a compressed history of millions of years. It is not just a decorative element, it is a piece of the Earth's history transformed by human skill. That is why when someone walks on a marble floor or contemplates a sculpture, they observe much more than a simple rock. They are witnessing the result of an extremely slow and precise natural process, and that is only the beginning of its journey. Extracting marble is not just about applying force, it is a millimetric operation where every mistake can cost hundreds of thousands of euros. Everything begins at the top of a mountain. In areas such as Carrara, the quarries extend in giant terraces, like steps carved into the rock. Each level can reach 8 meters in height and be stacked up to 25 terraces. From a distance, they look like snow-covered mountains, but the shine is not ice, it is exposed marble. Every day, specialized workers and heavy machinery work with a single objective: to separate blocks from the mountain without compromising their internal integrity. The first step is drilling. Deep holes, up to 3 meters, are made following perfectly calculated patterns. Industrial explosives are placed in these holes, but a violent detonation is not sought. The objective is a controlled, precise fracture that weakens the rock without destroying it. Once the mass has been fragmented, the area is cleaned and the most delicate phase begins: cutting. To separate the marble from the rest of the mountain, a surprising technology is used: the diamond wire. This cable, reinforced with synthetic diamond segments, rotates at speeds that can exceed 45 meters per second. Continuously cooled with water, it cuts through the rock with astonishing precision. A single cut can take between 8 and 10 hours, depending on the hardness of the material. The workers drill 3 strategic holes, 1 from the top and 2 from the base. Then a machine guides the cable as it advances along the back of the block. Little by little, the mass of marble separates until it is supported only by its own weight, but it still cannot move. Some blocks exceed 500 tons, a weight impossible to handle directly without risk. To release them, hydraulic bags are used and inserted into the cracks. When filled with high-pressure water, these bags exert forces of up to 600 tons. The pressure progressively separates the block from the wall, while the workers place wedges to prevent the fracture from closing. Coordination is essential. The entire team must act with absolute synchronization. In many cases, the most experienced quarry workers decide the exact moment of extraction, interpreting vibrations and sounds that indicate how the stone is responding. When the block is finally released, another critical phase begins: the descent. A miscalculated fall can reduce a valuable piece to rubble. For this reason, the ground is prepared with layers of earth and mud that cushion the impact, as if it were a huge mattress. On some occasions, specific ramps are even built to guide the fall in a controlled manner. Once on the ground, transportation begins. The roads that connect the quarry with the valley are narrow, steep, and dangerous. Every day, hundreds of trucks travel these routes loaded with up to 50 tons of marble. A minimal error can have fatal consequences, especially on sharp curves where braking systems operate at their limit. Despite the risks, the work never stops. The mountain continues to be cut day after day, meter by meter. It is a constant combination of technology, strength, precision, and respect for a material that has waited millions of years to be extracted. Here, patience is not an option, it is a necessity. When the block reaches the valley, a new stage begins. It is no longer about brute force, but absolute precision. First, the block undergoes a thorough cleaning to remove dust, mud, and loose debris. It is then classified according to color, veining, size, and quality. Not all blocks will have the same destination. Some will become exclusive pieces for luxury projects. Others will be transformed into tiles or more accessible cladding. Before that, the blocks must be reduced. The giant pieces are cut into sections weighing between 15 and 20 tons using chainsaws or diamond wire, depending on the type of cut required. Wire saws allow cleaner cuts and reduce vibrations, decreasing the risk of invisible microfractures. Then comes one of the most delicate phases, slab cutting. Large machines equipped with multiple diamond discs can cut a block into slabs only 2 centimeters thick. In some highly specialized industrial plants, production capacity reaches impressive levels. These facilities can cut up to 50 marble slabs simultaneously, maintaining extreme precision in every pass. This level of accuracy is essential, since even a minimal deviation can affect the thickness, uniformity, or structural integrity of the stone. The entire process is carefully automated and supervised to ensure that each slab meets the quality standards required by the industry. Throughout the entire cutting stage, the marble is kept constantly wet. The continuous use of water serves several essential functions. First, it acts as a cooling system, dissipating the heat generated by the constant contact between the diamond discs and the stone. Without this cooling, overheating could cause internal microfractures or even the complete breakage of the slab. In addition, water significantly reduces the dispersion of dust into the environment, protecting the health of the workers and preventing abrasive particles from settling on the marble surface, thus preserving its quality. Once the cutting is finished, one of the most decisive phases of the process begins: polishing. It is at this stage that marble reveals its full aesthetic and functional potential. Large industrial polishers move over the slabs using a sequence of abrasives with different grain sizes, from the coarsest to the finest. Each pass removes microscopic imperfections and progressively closes the surface of the stone, transforming it into a perfectly uniform plane. The shine obtained at the end of this process is not an artificial finish or a mere superficial effect. It is the result of controlled and precise friction that modifies the external structure of the marble, allowing light to reflect evenly. When the surface reaches the proper level of polishing, the stone begins to reflect light clearly, enhancing its veining, its natural color, and its visual depth. This treatment is what turns an opaque and rough slab into an elegant material capable of standing out in architectural spaces and high-end projects. At certain final stages of the process, special resins are applied to the surface of the marble. These resins serve a key function: sealing microcracks that are not visible to the naked eye and reinforcing the durability of the material against use, humidity, and temperature changes. It is not about altering the stone, but about protecting it and ensuring that it retains its aesthetic and structural properties for decades. This treatment allows the marble to maintain its shine, strength, and stability, even in demanding environments. Once this reinforcement is completed, each slab undergoes an individual and meticulous inspection. Specialized technicians examine each piece in search of cracks, imperfections, unwanted color variations, or structural weaknesses. Slabs that present significant defects are discarded or trimmed to use only the areas that meet quality standards. Others, on the other hand, are reinforced on their back face with fiber mesh and resin, a method that increases their mechanical strength without modifying their external appearance. This reinforcement is essential when the marble is intended for large surfaces, facades, or large format pieces. After passing the control phase, the approved slabs are carefully stacked using spacers and protective systems to prevent impacts, scratches, or unnecessary stress. Each piece is individually labeled and receives a unique traceability code. This code records key information such as the quarry of origin, the type of marble, the extraction date, and the exact moment of cutting. Thanks to this system, architects, designers, and buyers can know with complete precision the origin of each slab, an especially important aspect in high-value architectural projects and emblematic works, where material consistency is fundamental. At this point in the process, the marble is fully prepared. It has left behind its condition as a block extracted from a mountain to become a refined, classified material ready for distribution. However, its journey does not end here. The slabs are carefully loaded onto specialized trucks and transported to processing factories, logistics centers, or international ports. From there, the marble begins a global journey that can take it anywhere in the world, where it will be used in floors, cladding, monumental staircases, facades, countertops, or sculptures. Each destination demands a different use and a specific level of precision, but all share the same origin, a rock formed over millions of years in the depths of the earth. The marble that today decorates hotels, museums, iconic buildings, or high-end residences is the result of a chain of processes that combines geology, advanced technology, and human knowledge accumulated over centuries. Marble is not just an elegant stone or a simple decorative material. It is the culmination of millions of years of pressure, heat, and natural transformation, later worked with accuracy, patience, and technical judgment. Each slab contains a story that begins in a mountain and passes through quarries, workshops, and factories before becoming part of some of the most ambitious creations of our civilization. It is a material that connects the geological past of the planet with the architecture and design of the present, leaving a lasting mark on the built environment.